Did I do this the first time too?
I don't know.
I feel like are we coming up on? Are we darn near at 3 years, Mark?
At the end of the month. I don't know why I looked at
Checks
my
his
watch to do that.
Mark, I'm not
It
sure.
doesn't even have dates on this
I don't
watch.
even know. Mark's not even wearing a watch. That's the thing. It's a wristband. It's a wristband like the bomber on the God dang it, the Tannenbaums, the fabulous Tannenbaums,
The Royal.
Royal Tannenbaums.
Because I've
And
never
Luke
even
Wilson
seen that
was the
one.
bomber, and he used to wear a headband, or I'm sure he had a wristband. So you just checked your.
No, I had a rubber band.
Is that like when you were trying to quit smoking and you did the needles, heroin? I find that heroin is an effective way to quit smoking.
Oh,
One of the best. Drop a few pounds, important relationships.
disclaimer. Don't listen to us for medical advice, please.
But that was party advice. That wasn't medical advice. It was medical advice. You listen to Mark because Mark goes to the hospital only when he sees the light. Like he's like, ooh, I feel like I could walk into that. It'd be real peaceful and comfortable. And then he realizes, oh, I don't believe in that. So I better call the ambulance. Ambulance. What'd you think? Were you washed in love with the light? You're not comfortable? You're uncomfortable with that?
It was a red light, a lot of flames.
Oh, you're thinking about the manhole. Your favorite bar. The Bear's Den. Bares. Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, Jim. I'm Mark.
Oh, shit, Mark, what are you doing here?
Oh, I thought we'd get together and do a podcast.
Do you come here often? Often?
Too often.
I'll second that. I'll drink to that. So what is this? Say it.
We are the Ascertainers.
Damn it. Thank you. It was way too cute. This is like episode 3 cuteness, and we've got people with like calluses on their wiener tips that are going, come on, get to the comedy.
Wow, I've never seen you turn that quick into anger.
I'm
Damn
not
it.
angry. I might be annoyed. I'm annoyed. But whenever I say that, the character I think of, she's from The Princess Bride. I feel like I'm trying to say I'm annoyed like motivational speaker Brian Tracy says it, but I think it comes out as the guy who was the dealer in Vegas Vacation when he goes, why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? So when I go, I'm annoyed, I feel like I sound like that guy. I bet that guy's got a name.
He does. And he goes out in the parking lot and I'll kick you in the balls.
Oh, that would be such a good job. Remember what I said? What the best job ever you thought was Ed McMahon? And I said, no, it's the guy who lets the Lions go into the arena. But I think the guy that could just stand out in the parking lot and take money and kick people in the balls, that's the best job.
Why not just do the bathroom attendant? You're right there.
Oh, you kick them? No, they'll give you money to give them like mints and trivial things like it's like, hey, I just put some Calvin Klein cologne on earlier. Why don't you just give me a hug? I'll give you a little rub off on you.
But on the little sign, he can say, mints, $1, paper towel, $1. And
That
then he
sign
can say,
would be huge because it would say, half the money you were going to bet, and I'll take you out back kicking the balls. We'll call it good.
well, I'll kick you right here. You don't even have to go out back.
I think the kick E should not have to pay as much because the guy can just do that all day. Part of the experience is the whole walk into the parking lot with the guy that's going to kick you in the nuts, and that's where you give him the money, and then you call it a day.
But he can't leave his station.
Well, hello, Sharks. My idea is to have a kind of like a team, so you'll always have somebody walking a guy bent over, gagging because he's got kicked in the nuts so hard that his nuts are in his throat, coming back into the building. They'll pass the guy who's taking the guy out for his nutting, is what you want to call it. And then there'll be a guy in the restroom itself. So these are 3-man teams, and those aren't cheap, pal.
See, I would come in with, no pun intended, with a mechanical foot that kicks you.
See, that's very AI. I'm talking like manual, analog, footalog, or whatever it is. I don't know. I think this might have legs. So if any of you sons of bitches listening, we know Singapore that you're there. I think we had multiple listeners from like Virginia this week. That didn't seem right. I'm curious how the stats work on this here podcast. But I know that some of them have been verified. Pat and Sue in Florida, I don't know but they've shown up, and yeah, there are certain cities that are somewhat unique. So anyway, we're the Ascertainers. So I'm gonna read you. We got a brand new menu from our sponsor. We're very lucky. You know how many podcasts of our stature don't have sponsors? I think we should get up every day and thank our lucky stars at Newt's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. Born on date 1980. Holy crap. Newt's is almost as old as me. How old were you in 19? I was 16 years old in 1980. Did the math. It's pretty easy. There's 0 involved.
I was 16 for a while and then 17.
All right. Oh my God. That's such a Mark answer. Anyhow, I'm just going to read you the front of the Newt's menu. It says Newt's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. Born on date 1980. Cold beer, great food. Why didn't we think of that? That's close to what we say on our own. Below that, it says important Newt's Flash. We could do Newt's Flashes. 4 great places, same great burgers. Newt's North on Highway 52. Been there. Newt's South on Highway 63. Haven't been there. Newt's Express on 2nd Street. That's right downtown by the Mayo Clinic. Ever heard of it? And Newt's Apple Valley on Pilot Knob, or Pilot Knob, as Mark calls it. Let's see. They've been best burgers for over a decade, voted by the readers of Rochester Magazine poll. Top. Okay, now this one, I've got a little bit of scrutiny on this next one. On the back of the menu, it says top 18 greatest burgers in Minnesota. Only one in Rochester. I wonder of the top 18, which one they were. Nice round number. I would have said top 20. Top 18. I think you might have been number 18. That's still pretty good. It's still real good. And then there's a bunch of crap written on this government warning. Oh, I'm going to read this. Government warning. Consumption of alcohol will make you a better singer. 2. Consumption of alcohol will make you seem more interesting than you really are. 3. Consumption of alcohol will make you stronger. It says Jim in parentheses. And it says consumption of alcohol will make people appear better looking, and alcohol will make you seem invisible. Drink in moderation to avoid these embarrassing situations.
That's a nice warning.
That's very good. And then they have like a cash refund thing you would see on a bottle. So if you don't know enough about Newt's, we just told you where they are, how cool you are if you would go there. And the burger of the month is actually a sandwich. It's the Borson chicken melt, a juicy grilled chicken breast layered with creamy, herb-packed Borson cheese. Let me help you out. It's like seasoned cream cheese-ish, topped with Worcestershire glazed mushrooms and fresh sliced tomatoes, served on a thick-cut toasted sourdough. I had it last week. Loved it.
Is it Worcestershire or Worcestershire?
When you see Worcester, there's actually a town in Massachusetts. It's like California. It's spelled Worcester. How's it pronounced in Boston? Worcester. So it's Worcestershire sauce. And I don't think it's Shire. It's not Worcestershire. It's Worcestershire.
Okay. I was just asking the question.
Send us an email. Mark wants more emails. The last message we got was from a former guest, and we want to encourage people to email. So Mark is going to talk up Tommy, our guy, and what he sent us. He was nice enough to send it to us.
He did, and he DM'd us on, I think that's what you call it, on Facebook.
Also, you're really choking up.
I am.
Geez, Tommy, you really got to him on that one.
Beautiful, man. Was a late reply to him.
Okay.
I didn't understand that, even though I am the IT person of this podcast.
The weird part about that is he texts me pretty much daily, and he goes, "Don't tell Mark." Oh. He didn't say Mark who, though, so it might have been a different Mark.
Oh.
So chins up there, buddy.
Good. I can live with that.
All right. You'll accept it?
He also sent us a nice message about our episode 145 on American Guitarist.
Oh.
He mentioned Robert Johnson.
We should have a whole episode on that, because is he the guy that sold his soul to the devil?
Yes.
So, Mark, what day is today?
Friday the 13th. Oh, wait. And what did we see getting out of the car, walking into your house?
No one will believe it. This is the God's honest truth. So it's Friday the 13th here. We're in Minnesota, where it's kind of spring, kind of summer, kind of hurricane season, kind of winter. It's something else. But so there's no snow on the ground anymore. And it's daylight savings is, I guess, occurred. Are we in daylight savings
We
right
are.
now? So we get home from Newt's, our phenomenal sponsor, and roll up into the driveway, and there's a black cat in the neighbor's yard. So it didn't cross our path, but I've never seen a black cat in this neighborhood. And that was kind of cosmic, don't you think? Because our plan was to talk about superstitions on this episode on account of Friday the 13th, but that freaked me out.
I don't think I've ever seen a black cat before. You know, I'm thinking the firecrackers.
Very black cat. Like not light black, dark black.
Dark black.
Okay. Either way, I don't think that made my list of superstitions to talk about, though. Because, so we're going to talk about superstitions. Should we do Song of the Week first or last?
Your
I think we
choice.
should do Song of the Week now, because let's break it up. Because this could stretch it with any luck at all. What are you doing? I was trying to figure out if I was hearing things.
No, that was my Ring camera going off.
Okay, so I went first last week on Song of the Week, so you get to go first this week. And then we're going to talk about superstitions, so stick around.
Superstitions, that is a Stevie Wonder and a Jeff Beck song.
Stevie Ray Vaughan as well.
Oh, I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Did he cover the
I didn't
Jeff
know about
Beck?
the Jeff Beck version, but Stevie Wonder had to be the first one. Started on the piano, electric piano. Dun, 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 dun. He goes, doo-doo-wop. Is that what your Song of the Week is?
No, it's not. Sorry. I'll go on.
Thanks for bringing that up.
But I'm going to go with the Eagles, and I played it for Jim last week, Tryin.
Tryin, possible apostrophe.
And Randy Meisner is the one who wrote it and sings.
Band members were Glenn Fry, Don Henley, some guy like led something stir, and then Meisner. Because the Eagles started off as a 4-piece. Okay. Also, let's keep going with your song. I have an errors and omissions right after this.
It doesn't sound like the Eagles.
It doesn't sound like the Eagles, but that's no criticism of the Eagles or any other band. This is just it's a song, it's really good. But to me, it was a surprise that was the Eagles, because
Yes.
I'm used to Hotel California and, it's such.
And it's a 1972, their initial self-titled debut album.
Eponymous. So 1972, I'm doing the math right now. I was 8 years old. I was 8. I was just starting to shave, could drive. It was a different time back then. I had a wife.
If you're a kid on a farm, you could have your driver's license at 14.
I don't know if it was a driver's license, but you were allowed to drive. Something ridiculous like that. But think about it. It's like, hey, move that tractor. They knew how to move. They weren't going to hit anybody. They weren't going to go through a school zone in that tractor. I think right now I think that's how they're handing out licenses now.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you got $8? Give her hell. Oh, you don't have a car? Huh. I'm sure the Minnesota state government will take care of that for you. So anyhow, so is not how we want to be known.
That was it on my Song of the Week.
So anyway, see, I figured a loophole. Longer pause. So your Song of the Week is Tryin by the Eagles.
Correct.
Including Randy Meisner. Here's my correction. When I said last week that the Guess Who was coming to town, and I thought it had Randy Meisner in it, the truth of it is that it's Burton Cummings and Randy Bachman are the kind of and a collection of first-class musicians that weren't in the Guess Who, so they could play the Guess Who songs. But it's Don Felder, who was also an Eagle, I believe. Or was not Don Felder an Eagle?
He was.
Did he also do the song? Was he credited with FM? Or not FM? I think that remember the song? There's FM by Steely Dan. Wasn't there a movie called Heavy? Oh, it's Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
Heavy
yes.
Metal. Is that not Don Felder?
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, he's warming them up. We'll buy tickets by the end of the night here. I didn't know what areas you're safe to sit in with your perfectly good knees that don't allow you to sit. Oh, it's not your knees, it's your liver disease. Another thing I'd like to go back to. I've known you 20 some years. It's like, oh, I can't stand a lot because I got
Gilbert's.
Okay. Stephen Gilbert.
It's not like I'm
show host.
It doesn't hurt to stand. I get tired. That's what Gilbert's does.
So you can't stand it.
I can't stand you right now.
I can't get enough of you. I got get enough.
But I have to have a seat close to the aisle so I can hit the restroom when I can.
You're so fucking old. Oh my God.
Tell them what you said when I was getting in the car tonight.
That's personal, Mark.
Go ahead.
It's tree of trust. You tell him because I can't. I saw Mark in an intimate moment. He was coming out of his. So here's how it works. I pick up Miss Daisy. Mark, every week, and usually he comes through the garage door. I feel like that was dirty, but he appears.
Nice. He
happens right in that garage door, right in the opening, and but he was really kind of limping and kind of plodding along tonight, and he kind of has to. There was something on the front porch. So
there was a package. Yeah,
he had to. He couldn't just text Diane and go, "Hey, pick up the fucking package on the porch."
Oh, that's a good idea.
Also, he had to ring the doorbell. How do you get in the house normally?
Well, the front door's locked, so I just knocked.
Okay. Oh, why would you have keys? You don't drive. Anyway.
Very true.
It was quite a sight to behold. But anyway, by the time he then delivered his own mail to his wife who lives there, also apparently he does, he then had to go back and gather his belongings, which is our tech setup here. That takes exactly half a trip. But when he was walking in front of the car, he was kind of hunched over and appeared to be doing some murmuring. And I started laughing. And he got in the car. He goes, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "This is the first time I've ever really realized that you're old." And it didn't go over as well as I thought it would. So that's weird.
I would agree with it after your comment that I could have just texted her. I never even crossed my mind to do that.
I would have more respect if you said, "Get me to a payphone. I have to call Diane and let her know there's a package."
We'd be driving forever, wouldn't
Pony
we?
Express had left her a parcel. Wonder what it was. Probably the divorce papers.
Microfiber. Oh, my goodness.
Did you just catch that in the middle of you saying microfiber?
I did.
What's microfiber?
I don't know. It's something newfangled that us old people don't understand.
We're the same age, Mark. God, why are you being so hard on yourself? Hard on. Anyway, so cool. So
what's your song of the week? Let's go.
We're still doing that. I went with I'm going to go with one of my favorite bands, one of my funnest bands I've ever seen live, as well as the next. If we do another episode, I already have my backup song named. A little Minneapolis band called Soul Asylum, featuring I can get three of the members, but Dave Perner, who is kind of the only original member still with Soul Asylum, who my understanding is they still put on a kick-ass show. So go see Soul Asylum if you get a chance. But the original lineup also had a guy named Danny Murphy in it. I think it's Dan Murphy, but we got a good vibe,
close.
So I call him Mr. Murphy. Anyway, Dan Murphy, who's now in a band called the Scarlet Goodbye, which the Ascertainers are big fans of. And then I think it was Carl Mueller was the bass player who passed away. And then I don't know the name of the drummer. I don't know if they only had one drummer all the way through, but so my song of the week is See You Later from the album Candy from a Stranger by Minneapolis legends Soul Asylum. So I hope you enjoy it.
Very nice.
And that's all I got to say about that.
All right there, Forrest Gump.
So you're not a Office watcher, are you? The show called The Office?
I've seen it.
Do you dabble? So when I saw the date, every time I see something about, something being unlucky or involving superstition, I think of Michael Scott, where he goes, No, I don't think I'm superstitious. I think I'm just stitious or regular-stitious. I thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. He's not superstitious. He just. Anyway. So.
I did see
I'm
one.
reading Mark's face right now, and it's apparently he just like popped a fuse. No reaction whatsoever to that. He's not a student of comedy.
I think someone sent me a video of one of the characters, your name, Jim, and then who's the other guy that he always has trouble with?
Dwight?
Dwight. They're walking into the building, and Dwight's talking about how he can protect himself from all angles.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jim turns around and goes, "Oh, okay," and slaps him right in the face. I thought that was comedy gold because it wasn't in the script, so they say.
Those guys. Have you ever seen The British Office? I never have, and I gotta start. I saw like a clip from it this week. It's such a...
That's what's the gum guy, gingivitis.
Ricky Gingivitis. Buddy, if he hears about this, he will call. He'll send us an email. I can't think of his name now.
Gervais.
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 The guy with the biggest nuts in the world. You saw his Golden Globes. So he was host of the Golden Globe Awards. He was fearless, and I like that about him. He's a made guy in my world.
God, we could go on and on about too many award shows. These people clapping each other on the back saying, "You're great." Come on.
No, you're great.
We all, as actors, voted you as the best actor. Oh, thank you.
Like, do you think if Leonardo DiCaprio won a People's Choice Award, he'd be like, "Oh, here he comes right up the aisle, accepting the People's Choice Award on behalf of Ricky Gervais," or no, Leonardo DiCaprio is Bobcat Goldthwait, the highest Carrot Top. Who did we get in an argument with about Carrot Top? Was that
you and I? Because I saw him on the Kevin Nealon.
Oh, the podcast. Kevin Nealon, by the way.
He's funny.
I underestimated how funny he is. Saturday Night Live does not, just like Saturday Night Live did Chris Rock no favors, meaning when he left Saturday Night Live, he was like an afterthought, and he does his stand-up, and he's a, international star. The guy's just that funny. Kevin Nealon was pretty funny on Saturday Night Live, but I like how he's got to be 65-year-old guy, and he is just so deadpan. You don't know that you've just been told a joke. It takes you a second to absorb it, and consider me a Kevin Nealon fan for sure. But on like SNL, do you remember any of his characters? Did you ever watch it? No. He had a guy called Mr. Subliminal, which was fantastic. He'd show up on the Weekend Update, and he would just talk, and he would throw in little, like, instead of "you see this," he would say this message. And then he had other stuff too. He was Hans and Franz. I think he was Hans.
I do remember that.
Or was he Franz? What was he there to do?
Pump you up.
Pump you up. That's right. Him and Carvey. He and Carvey.
Jim did send me a video because he's always hammering me about my knee replacement. And Kevin had a knee replacement, and he goes, during his stand-up, "I feel great after a knee replacement. I feel like a 21-year-old who was in a boating accident with no insurance."
I have a question for you.
I win not getting it.
You are, in addition to being hilarious like Kevin Nealon, you also can't walk. Wait, what? I just think you have, what do you have, 3 years left? I think you should enjoy them. I mean, you waited long enough. Just get new knees.
Well, if I have 3 years left, I have to go through 3 months of rehab.
We'll do them both at the same time so I can just beat the shit out of you when you're home rehabilitated.
You do that anyways.
I'll be like, "Oh, Mark, I'm going to feed you some mashed potatoes." "Oh, we're all out of mashed potatoes. All we have is dick." So buckle up there, Buttercup. I need to start filming you walk into my car. That's what I'm going to do. Every week I'll get a GoPro and just film me picking you up. And I'll say, "Mark, you've lost a step." Like literally, like you're dragging yourself to the car. You've lost all the steps. Is that when you come out the garage so you don't got to go down the one step from your porch? Admit it.
Yes,
Without
true.
going, oh, it hurts so bad.
Well, I got my knee braces. Then I'd have to wear those to get out of the house.
You got to wear your brown UPS pants golfing. Oh my God. What did I tell you about what's going to happen on the golf course this year?
And it's totally wrong because I did beat you most of the time.
Last year or in history?
No, last year I think I did.
Last year you owned me, but then you faked an injury, so I couldn't come back. I couldn't.
But that was in the winter.
You didn't golf toward the end of the year. You were protecting you're padding your stats, you goof. What's going to happen this year? I want you to
I'm
tell
going to
people.
kick your ass with bad knees.
Oh, I told Mark I'm going to beat him like a rented mule, and it won't even be close. And my problem is last year when I would get so far ahead is that I would kind of feel bad for you and then like make risky shot decisions.
Why won't you just buy the mule? How much do they cost? Why would you rent it?
A mule?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. I'm not getting new knees. That's a big commitment. Then what are you going to do with a mule? To rent a mule is the move. What, do you got a barn? What, do you want to feed this thing? I just want to pick it up, fully gassed, and just beat it. Beat it like a rented mule. They like it. They enjoy it. Sometimes you beat it hard enough, they'll give you your money back. It's like, wow, that sucker. Look at the smile on that. Look at that. I'm just picturing this mule smiling after getting violated. Anyway, not like that. No. This isn't West Virginia. I'm talking just a good beat.
Oh, there goes all our lessons from West Virginia.
Oh, crap. Well, Lou Holtz is dead. So, by the way, I hope the tribute we gave Lou Holtz was appropriate because that guy was a legend.
He was.
He's our kind of people. He's Ascertainer level people.
He still wouldn't have been on our podcast.
I don't know. I left him a message and then he died. So, damn, what a commitment. Excellence. He started to become associated with us and said, that's it. Do it. Kick the chair. I'm out.
Speaking of football, the Vikings segue.
Lou Holtz. Good. Thank you. I had to build that bridge myself there.
The Vikings got Kyle Murray as their new quarterback. Is he going to be a starter? Is he going to be number 2? I don't know.
What do you think of that? I have thoughts on that, but what do you think of that?
Even if he's
former number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray.
He has athletic skill.
What was his nickname?
Mr. I don't study or put any effort in.
Oh, really? I've heard the human choice tick. So like he's like, very shifty and everything else. Show me a quarterback like that. It's won a playoff game. It's like he's a great college quarterback, but in the pros, he throws a good ball, which I still can't figure out even the math on that, how he can even see where he's throwing to. But
Well, he's like a Fran Tarkington. He's small.
he's, what is he, 5'8"? He's very small.
He is very small.
But I don't care what it takes. Just fucking give me a winner. But it doesn't fit with like the rest of the commitment they made at the other positions. It's like we're loading those up, and then we'll take a guy who's I think took the league minimum to play here.
Well, he's still getting $35 million from Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So he's not like going to be like showing up on your couch.
Yeah.
Going, hey,
We just have to pay him the league minimum, but he's still finishing out his contract with Arizona.
So if he starts getting a big head, he can do what Brad Pitt did to whoever played David Justice in Moneyball. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's sitting in the batting cage and he's like, hey, it wouldn't kill you to, be a leader, this, that. And he's like, hey, man, you guys are paying me whenever, so you tell me what I should do. He goes, that's where you're wrong. New York is paying $20 million a year, $25 million salary. So in other words, New York thinks so much of you that they are paying you to play here, and it just really shut him up. So I think that Kyler Murray, if he needs that talk, Jim from TheAscertainers is, I'll deliver that message to Mr. Murray.
He had in his contract with Arizona that he would get more money if he studied more. I think they tested him. He has a reputation of not studying game film.
Look at how he plays. It's evident that he thinks that he can get by on talent alone, but you got to play in the system. Now, they say Kevin O'Connell is the quarterback whisperer. Who knows? Kyler Murray ever have a great quarterback coach?
Injuries are another thing. So I don't know.
That's great.
Kevin O'Connell might
He'll
pull
go
the
4
best
weeks
out of
with
him.
Kyler Murray, 4 weeks with J.J. McCarthy, and then the remainder with Carson Wentz or
No,
his
he's gone.
older brother or some other. So anyway, I wish we would have had any of the other quarterbacks in that draft.
I don't know. JJ, we don't know. When he's on, he is great.
I think he's like a Tommy Kramer. He's like a gunslinger. He's not reliably great. Would you agree to that?
Hell, Brent,
Brent Favor?
he was a gunslinger. He threw more interceptions than you would want as a starting quarterback.
It's Friday the 13th, 2026. And Mark from TheAscertainers just compared J.J. McCarthy to Brett Favre.
Not in that
You should
sense.
see what he's doing right now. He is backing away hard.
But you said he's a gunslinger, and I'm saying Brett Favre. Brett, I did it again.
Well, I don't even know this Brett Favre guy. I mean, Brett Favre was an aggressive player and a winner and figured it out. But
Did he?
he was also like about a 5th-round pick or something. He was not a number 1.
Do you remember that cold New York game where he threw the interception in overtime? Because he was a gunslinger. He just threw it. He didn't care where it was going. He said, I'll throw it, and the receivers have to catch it.
What happened? Did the receiver catch it?
No, it was intercepted.
Oh, so something bad happened? Is
It
it a result
did.
of being a gunslinger? Well, that's not right. Well, anyway, I wish Kyler Murray all the best. He can be on the podcast. Right now.
With you and Joey Browner, since
Oh,
you've been bad-mouthing both.
I'm not bad. I have nothing but respect for Joey Browner.
Check the tape. Check the tape.
Are you trying to get me killed?
I am.
Fucker. Anyway, well, Kyler Murray, Mark was a Division I tight end, and he can help you.
Wide
with, like,
receiver.
route running. You were a wide receiver?
I was.
Does it really matter, though? Why don't you say you were a kicker? You didn't play. Oh, I thought you said you didn't play.
I was so fast because of my great knees.
Oh, was sitting on the bench? Is that what caused the knees to deteriorate?
It did. It's very
You said
painful.
yourself that you were. How many touchdowns did you score in Division I football?
Let me count them. 1, 2, 0.
Okay, same with me. Anyway, don't feel bad. Neither.
How
have
many
I.
plays was I in on?
Well, I was in on none. How about you?
1, 2, 0.
Well, what's the difference between you and me then? Oh, my knees are still perfect. You hear that, America? Oof. I don't care. I like this bourbon when I bought it.
Tell them the name of the brand.
It's Old Forester, 1910, old fine whiskey. And it's not the one, if my brother Steve's listening, which I don't think he does, he bought me a bottle of Old Forester for my birthday. And it was the bottled in bond, nice, straight old kind of mid-shelf bourbon. This is like supposed to be high end. It's too oaky. It's like cloyingly oaky, if that's a term. Did I tell you I went to Volstead House in Egan?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Do you know what the Volstead Act is? That's what I think they either started or ended Prohibition. The Volstead Act, it's a thing. Anyway, there's this place.
How old are you?
I'm old enough to party. I've told you this.
Okay.
But we talked about this last episode because we talked about the Coke machine. There's like this little burger joint, and on the wall there's a Coke machine, which is not something you normally see in like a burger joint. But then you look closer and there's a handle, like a door handle on the Coke machine, and that's how you get into the speakeasy. So it's like a secret entrance in the middle of a well-lit whatever. But when you get past that door, it's like you step back in time, and it is the coolest shit ever. I was so happy. Chris was like, I've never seen you this happy. I'm like, birth of the kids, marriage, Volsteads, top 4. Podcast. Anyhow, how'd we get here? Where are we at? I was drinking bourbon. I told you about my bourbon. Then
bourbon is from 1910. It's been in the barrel.
That's just what they call it. It's definitely not. It is. I don't think it has an age statement. NAS mark. No age statement. It doesn't say.
So when I'm drinking Cuervo 1800, it's not from 1800?
No. No, it cost $18.
Oh,
Well, yeah, this doesn't have an age statement. They have 1910, 1920, 1924. They have all these different, whatever. I don't know the significance to the date. In 1910, a fire on Whiskey Row. Oh, here. There was a fire on Whiskey Row, led to Old Forester being rebarreled into heavily charred barrels. This double-barreled expression, I can read, I just can't see, follows the same process as the original old fine whiskey. Blah, fucking blah. Anyway, it's okay. I like the bottle my brother gave me, which probably is more of a mid-shelfer, a lot better than I like this. But I have to finish this so I can get a different bottle. Mark has a
I don't
question.
know much about whiskey.
How about history? How about biology?
I'm just going to slurp down this
I'm going to hook you up with Paul Simon.
Jello.
I'm going to hook you up with Paul Simon. He can help you with, because he didn't know much about history.
Isn't that the song when Belushi's walking through the...
Yes. And also, is that Paul Simon? Look at it.
No, it's not.
Fuck. Don't know much about it. It's like the Temps or Four Tops or something. Don't know much biology. Yes. And he's loading up his plate. And he takes the cauliflower, giant piece of cauliflower, chews it up.
He does the Jello and he slurps it all in one.
Yes. So I've done. Not to the such a... You want to have a big piece of Jello if you're going to slurp it like that. Fun fact.
You know that ruined the party because
Drown
we
on
were
Jello.
doing Jello shots and you did them all.
That one party? Last time I did a Jello shot was on a bus. It's just a sad statement, but you had to be there. It was super fun.
Sounds like it.
It was incredibly fun. I have a question.
I do also.
Okay.
If it says double barrel, do they pour it out of one barrel into another? You said that's a double barreled.
Oh, it's double barreled is not the expression. It's double oaked. So yeah, I get double. Oh, fuck me. It says this double barreled expression. So I think what they do is they pour it into one barrel, let kind of suck the barrel components out of that. Then they put it into a dry barrel, I guess, and
That's what I was
so
asking.
it takes on an extra dose of oak essence.
Do you think that would be better just the one barrel? It's too much oak.
I would say, and I'm no expert, I think it's all about personal taste, and Coors Light, I think, is a fine beer, by the way. Anyway, for me, it's still too much. But some people think that more oak is not, can't get enough oak. Not oak, man.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but what are the different whiskeys?
What do you mean? Different types of whiskey?
Because that's a whiskey, basically.
Well, I'm happy to tell you that the ones that I know of, there is just plain on whiskey, which can be from anywhere in the world. I'll just tell you, bourbon whiskey has to be made in America, not just in Kentucky. A lot of people think that. There's good Texas, there's good Oregon, there's Minnesota, there's Wisconsin bourbons. But it has to do with the amount of which type of grain goes into the composition of it. So that's where that rule, to be called bourbon, it has to have a certain amount or no more or less than barley, corn, rye, and then it can have some other stuff if you choose. But usually it's 3. So there's Canadian whiskey. Think your Windsor's, Canadian Club, things like that. I don't know anything about those, except in high school, that's pretty much what we drank. Mixed. Like I was never drink it neat like I do now because I'm cool. I'm old. It's too much work. But there's Irish whiskey. There's Scotch whiskey. There's Japanese whiskey, which you wouldn't think there's that many of. There's a lot of Japanese whiskeys. So there's a bunch of whiskeys.
I like Yukon Jack.
I think that's a Canadian. All I know about Yukon Jack is it was very much like Southern Comfort, if I remember correctly. And I don't
Very
know
sweet.
I don't know what Southern Comfort may be a liqueur for all I know, but I don't think it's a whiskey. It's like 80 proof or 70 some proof, and it's just sweet and it'll make you throw up and remember it many, many years later. And then there's other distillates like gin or vodka or tequila, stuff like that.
I used to drink a lot of gin and tonics till I found out that the quinine in the tonic destroyed your hairs in your ears for your equilibrium. So I quit drinking them.
So that's what got you? Wasn't you shoving pencils in your ears when you drank gin? Oh my gosh. So Pete Holmes, comedian. I've brought him up on this podcast before. He has a thing on Q-tips. I'll post it in the show notes. Just genius. As a student of comedy, I look up to the legends, the good ones. He talks about how on the Q-tip container, the word ear doesn't even show up. So it's like implied what you're going to do with these things. And he talks about some guy in the 70s went too deep and hit his brain. So now they have to put all this directions on Q-tips. Used to be just, hey, Q-tips, have fun.
If you go to a doctor, what is the largest thing you should put in your ear?
Penis.
So you went to the same doctor.
I know, man. He's also a yoga instructor, which is genius, I thought, on his part. Do you think it's weird, though, that there's an ear, nose, and throat doctor, but there's no other, there's a proctologist who handles asses. There's a urologist. There should be an E. There should be an N. I mean, the E, there's 2 E's even. Are those the best or the worst doctors? Why would you have to be an ENT when you could just study the foot?
What would you rather look at?
Urology. All right, well.
You can get a hold of us at TheAscertainers@gmail.com. You can like us on Facebook. You can send us a message on Facebook, like Tommy did.
Sounds good. I wasn't paying attention. Sup, Tommy? Get back on the podcast. As soon as Mark invites you. I said I was cool with it, but he was weird about it. So anyway, thanks for listening.
Bye.